Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Indie.XSplit Showcase. We are here at PAX East, showing you only the cream of the crop of the indie games. That's all we're going to show you, the best. None of the chaff, just the best, and that's why we've got Dan and Doug here. Hello! Right? Mic drop. That's how XSplit rolls. So we've got Momodora here today, and we want to take a look. This game looks beautiful, and I'd say from the trailer, everything looked really nice, but just looking at, like, we've got a screen up here, it looks absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Tell us a little bit about the game.
So Momodora is the fourth installment in the series. There are 3 games that came before it. There's the first 2 of them were free games that were distributed on itch.io.
Nice.
The third one's on Steam. And it's the biggest game that this developer has attempted, not just in terms of like the size of the world in it, but in terms of like the things that he's attempting to do.
Yeah.
So he wants this one to be the definitive version of the series.
Oh, nice.
So it's much bigger character assets, much more time put into the animation, into the dot art itself, into the combat systems. So
Nice,
it's
man.
the biggest and best one.
Yeah, awesome. Let's just jump straight into the game. I was going to say we'd see what sort of a game it is, but easiest way to find out is just to see it being played.
Yeah, absolutely.
So tell us a little bit about the game, man.
Okay. Do you want to hear about the game itself, the team, the story?
I say just let me know a little bit about the game itself.
Okay. So Momodora is a side-scrolling action platformer, as you can see, and it is this interesting mix of like Metroidvania elements, along with some things that the developer learned from Dark Souls.
Okay.
He's a huge fan of Dark Souls, but like, I'm really hesitant to call it a Souls-like. You know, it's getting a lot more popular these days.
It is, yeah. But as Dark Souls itself has become more and more popular, yeah, so has a lot of games taking elements from it.
Right, and you'll notice that this game doesn't have there's no stamina bar, but it does have. See, the item that he just picked up a moment ago, the bellflowers, are basically Estus flasks.
Okay.
And when he hits checkpoints, those are going to refill.
Oh, nice.
So it's the kind of game where you have to, you got to play like the long game. You got to, make sure that you survive right up until that next bell, and then the next bell, and it's a game played in stages that way.
Yeah. Nice, man. So you guys didn't develop the game yourself, or you guys were involved in the development, or?
We did not develop the game ourselves. The developer is called Bomb Service.
Yes.
And it's headed by Ardine.
Nice.
Ardine lives in Brazil.
Okay.
But as you can see, he does both art and programming and design.
Yeah.
But as you can see, it looks like it could be a Japanese game, right?
Yeah, 100%. It's got that vibe, but it definitely also has its own style.
Right. Yeah, it's not necessarily right. It's not popping with anime or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you read Ardine's Twitter, also, there's a very like Japanese sensibility to the things that he's into, and sort of the emoji he uses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's a really beautiful looking game. You're saying he did the development and the art.
That's right. He's a talented artist.
Yeah.
The animation is done by a fella who's in the Netherlands. I hope I'm saying this right, because I haven't met him in person yet.
No, that's no problem.
Hernan Zo.
Nice. Potentially.
Right. Potentially, maybe. Could be.
If not, we apologize. Yeah.
I'll have to hear about that later on, I guess. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Don't know. Yeah. But yeah.
But and then there's one more core team member whose name is he goes by Pero on the internet.
Okay.
And he's a fellow in Canada who works on the programming.
Nice, man.
Yeah. So, yeah, there are some elements that are borrowed from Souls, but it's not all out a Souls-like game.
Well, no. I mean, to be honest, without you even mentioning it, that wouldn't have been something I would have thought to compare it to, like, at all. I mean, you can definitely take inspiration and elements from it, but this definitely does not come across as something that's taking off anything from Dark Souls.
Right, yeah. I actually didn't notice it until I started like playing it myself when I got my hands on it. There are 2 things that feel very, very Souls-like in the gameplay.
Yeah.
The first is you'll see like with each of these hits, there's an animation lock, and the third hit of his combo does more damage. So it's easy to want to get greedy.
Okay.
And I mean, anybody that plays Souls games knows what it feels like to get greedy, yeah?
Yeah, which is I don't know, I was it's like that split second when you go, oh, I'm actually winning, and then
it's all over. And then, the other one is the dodge rolling.
Yes.
A few frames of invincibility, but you're trading a set distance that you're going to be rolling, so you have to have that positioning like down pat before you commit to that.
So visually, it is a really stunning game to look at.
It is. It's actually one of the things that really caught my attention when I first saw it was the colors.
Yeah.
Despite it dealing with some pretty heavy content.
Well, I say that's not something we've talked about so much yet, like the story and the content of the game. What is the general premise of the game? Because you don't want to spoil too much.
Right.
Going out there and going into too much detail, but what's the general setup of the game?
Yeah, the summary looks something like Kaho is a priestess from the village of Loon. And that weapon that she's swinging right there is actually a razor-sharp maple leaf.
Of course.
Of course. Obviously.
Yeah.
What else would you swing?
Exactly. It's got a lot of Canadian pride.
Yeah, maybe that's some of the
she's
programmer's
super like
influence.
Rush, who knows?
Then she's basically, so right now she's moving through the forest that leads up to the city of Karst, and in the city of Karst is the castle Karst, and she's seeking audience with the queen to as a means to try to find out what is wrong with the land, why is it cursed, and why is it in decay. And along the way she meets all these interesting people, all these different NPCs that you can help, and there are a lot of puzzles involved in trying to figure out what to do. What do you do with them? What do they need?
Oh, nice. So there's as much as it is sort of a 2D action platformer, there's depth and story and other characters you're going to meet along the way and things like that. It's not a platformer purely going along on its own merits. It's just its mechanics. It's got a lot of other depth going on.
Right, yeah, it's not just about get in there and play and then swing a thing.
Yeah,
jump over the gap, land on the platform. It's not just about that. It's really just as much about the atmosphere, about meeting those characters and empathizing with them and wanting to help them.
I mean, more than anything, the one thing that kind of stands out to me is how much you said about the atmosphere. How nice the atmosphere is. Like, it's nice in a very sort of melancholic way. Like, it's not like you look at it and go, oh, I feel so happy. But it's like I say, it's kind of melancholic, but in a beautiful kind of way, where you sort of look at it and it calms you in a weird way. This is how I would describe it. I might just sound crazy, but that's kind of what the aesthetic kind of hits me with. It reminds me of like winters and things like that. And going for walks.
I think you're nailing it. No, I think you got it down. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I think contributes to that. I mean, obviously in the beginning here, like the brightly colored grass and the bright colors on Kaho and the cute design for her. I think those all kind of lend towards putting you at ease a little bit.
Yeah.
But at the same time, right, he's poisoned. These things are terribly unpleasant. The screen shake hurts. When you get hit, you really feel it.
Yeah.
But then again, there's a lot of little details that help you feel especially the grass here moving when he walks through it.
Yeah.
So
well,
all those little details make you really feel the atmosphere.
Okay, so we got a boss.
Yes.
The Amphropod Demon Edna. Nothing like Dame Edna, I'm sure. We all love Dame Edna. She's never an Amphropod. Yeah. Yet.
Yeah, so that thing that he's avoiding, that tail attack.
Yeah.
Really hurts. It's
so again,
really, really
I guess you can kind of see the Souls kind of influence there, where you're following patterns and also, like you say, trying not to, because as much as a lot of platformers, like you look at an older platformer like Sonic or something like that, you're following a pattern, but you can kind of just bowl right in, and once you got the pattern down, you're good. Yeah. This is definitely a don't be too greedy kind of situation.
It is, right. Yeah, see, if for example, he were trying to stick around too much and not focusing on his jumping there, that tail would have hit him.
Yeah.
It'll do over a third of his health in one hit.
Wow. So this is definitely not a very forgiving game in terms of if you were to just jump in and not, it's not a game you could just zone out and be like, no, just jumping around.
I mean, actually, you can set. We chose normal for this video, but you can set it on easy, normal, or hard to start with.
Okay. So it gives
hard
you that
is
choice.
legit hard, but normal I
Yeah.
think is a good skill level for even people who are just mostly comfortable with 2D action platforming.
That'd probably be where I'd lay. I never begin a game on hard.
Me neither. Honestly, even if I can do it, I want to do it again. If I liked it that much, to finish it the first
I would
time.
like to do it on hard the second time. I've got a friend who every single game he plays hard to begin with. Whatever the hardest mode is he can pick, that's what he plays to start with.
Wow.
Yeah, and he's really good at it as well. That's the disappointing part.
No,
He's super good at every game he plays.
that sounds really painful to me.
Yeah,
it takes me a while to get good at anything.
Yeah.
So actually, something about the gameplay for this game is that actually it's very precise.
Okay.
It's not just in the rolling or the attacks, but the jumping feels really good.
Yeah.
There are full jumps and there are short hops, and I used to play a lot of Smash Brothers Melee.
Yeah.
Back in college, it's like I kind of actually stopped playing video games for a little while just to focus on that.
Just for that. You're like, this is it now. This is me.
Pretty much, honestly.
Nice.
It's the only game I've ever, like, quote-unquote trained for.
Yeah.
I practiced really hard to be able to play Fox well. And it was because, like, I was drinking 6 cups of coffee a day for finals and everything. And I was like, this is the only character who can keep up with me. I need this.
Every morning, gotta get those 6 cups of coffee in. I gotta be good at Fox. It's gotta go well.
I don't space them out throughout the day. I just drink 6 all in a row.
Yeah, just lay them all out. Let's do this. I'm gonna rule.
Do them like shots, burn my face.
Yeah, every day burns. Like, but you just like you see them as like scars of achievement. And like, these burns on my face are just show how cool I am at this game.
Hey man, can you tell them I play Fox?
Yeah. They're like, no.
They're like, oh god, dude, your face.
Oh no. Oh wow.
But actually, so with the bow,
the animation of that like sort of ghostly dog and bird. Yeah, that's awesome. Sorry. Anyway.
No, for real. Honestly, I love the effects that come off of their backs, so like ghostly flames.
It's really nice.
It's beautiful. Anyway, long boring story short.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. A fun tangent about burning your face with coffee and yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Shooting the bow while jumping is really good. It lets you like stay mobile while you keep doing long range fire.
That's why that linked in. I was trying to retrace it even in my head and be like, how did we get there? Like, why did that? I'm not really good with keeping up with that, but yeah, that had gone. Yeah. So
this
it
is a
feels
whole
good
new-
in that way.
It does. I really think it does. The jumping, the rolling, the attacking, all of it's very fluid and very responsive.
Yeah. I tell you one thing, I will say this is probably one of the first games that we've had that we've been showing that I've noticed everyone that works here has kind of stopped and is watching it.
That's awesome.
It's kind of like, honestly, like, they're just watching the game, going around in the corners watching it. It's a really beautiful game to look at, like just to watch, and it's, I mean, how much depth of game is there? Again, you don't want to spoil too much, but like, how much kind of game is there for you to play?
There's a lot. If you wanted, it depends, on how far you want to take your playing through. But I did my first playthrough on normal in 4 hours, and I didn't at all try to do all the stuff.
Yeah, that's normally how I would like first play through normal, just play through it as you feel it's kind of intended.
Yeah. And then you've got New Game Plus after that. You keep all your items, but you lose your key items.
Yeah.
Beating it the first time, I want to say maybe first time unlocks insane difficulty, or maybe you have to beat it on a hard for that. I forget which. But there's an insane difficulty where pretty much any hit from any boss is going to kill you in one go. Regular enemies end up being insanely difficult because you can only take 2 hits.
Currently totally taking in with what's happening here.
Dude, Douglas, you're killing it here. You're already on the second boss.
Tiny little guy. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's just little old Mocha, Don't mind him. Just doing his thing.
Sorry, I love that. Even a tiny little guy. I'm a big fan. Plushies. That's what this game will need.
I just learned something. I didn't know you can hit those bullets out of the way. I have fought this boss a ton of times.
That's why you brought him up.
I dodge roll through the thing. I had no idea.
So yeah, that just kind of demonstrates that there's multiple ways that you can play this as well, like that kind of fits different play styles, which is nice.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely I focus more. I use a lot of the bow. I use a lot of dodge rolling. So So, yeah, I mean, I guess that just says something about how I play the game, I guess.
Oh, okay. Speaking of Smash Brothers, second form, going through a different stage. You're just hitting a woman in the chest. You know what I was saying? This looked all cool and nice like a minute ago. What's happening here?
I was waiting. This whole time I was just trying to keep a straight face while I waited for the drop.
Literally. Oh, Labella. What will we do with you?
So I actually I hope people don't read the Steam reviews before they play the game because I don't want them to be spoiled on this. I mean, it's a little too late now because we're showing it.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, a lot of the Steam reviews are, you know, smacked a giant witch in the boobs. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Yeah. She doesn't seem to really do anything. Like she laughs. She just sort of accepts it. It's kind of weird.
It's like, oh yeah, this is fine. This is fine.
Well, hey, why not? So yeah, again, it seems to all be like stages and stuff like that as you go through with the bosses.
Yeah, a lot of patterns. It's that element of it is very very Souls-like. I have no idea what that blue thing was. Oh, that was the damage boost. Okay.
Oh, nice.
The item that he has equipped right now boosts your damage for a short period of time.
Cool. So there's a lot of those sort of stat modifiers and things like that. Oh, you didn't even get to finish the fight. She just was like, "You're boring. I'm leaving."
Yeah, I think I'll just head out.
Nice, man. That seems like as good a place. If you're ever going to have as good a place as any to wrap things up on, I think the giant witch that you just smack in the chest. I mean, what else could you end it on?
Right. I mean, what else is there?
Exactly. When can people expect to play this game?
They can play it right now.
It's out right now?
It's available on Steam right now. It's on Playism at playism-games.com.
Well, you could be experiencing that joy yourself immediately.
And actually, this is something I was saving specifically for the stream.
Exclusive.
Exclusive on the stream.
I just like doing that with the mic.
That sounds
really
so much
nice.
more.
Can I try that? Yes, you can.
Rad.
It sounds really big, like it's an announcement. And then it's not.
Wait, yes, it is.
Well, mine wasn't.
Right. Oh, I got you.
But now there really is a real announcement. Right now.
No, for real now.
Go.
We are dropping this on 3 consoles, PlayStation 4, PlayStation Vita, and Xbox at the end of the year.
Nice.
So be looking out for that. It's going to be awesome.
XSplit stage exclusive.
That's a bomb being dropped right there, just in case you didn't know what that was. It wasn't just me burping. Thank you so much, my man.
Thank you very much.
Here. This game looks really cool. About saying, so you're coming out to console very soon, and yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Yes, absolutely.
Lovely. Thank you so much for bringing it here, guys.
Thank you, Douglas.
Stick around. We got more games coming up very soon. There's going to be all sorts of indie games because PAX isn't over yet. There's more PAX and there's more indie games right here on the Indie.XSplit showcase. So do stick around, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you very soon. Bye.
Thanks.